trial against Sean Diddy Combs coming to a close. After 4 days on the stand, Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex, and the woman whose civil lawsuit really cracked open this case, wrapping up her testimony.
He was 37, and she was just 19 when she signed the contract that would tie her to Diddy for the next decade. On stage, behind closed doors, and under a constant cloud of fear. For years, Cassie Ventura stayed silent, but now that silence is beginning to crack in unexpected and powerful ways. Major names are suddenly being pulled into the spotlight, Chaka Khan and even Whitney Houston, revealing a deeper, more unsettling story than anyone anticipated.
She gave that note to Brandy. Brandy read the note, got scared, and went back and told her brother Ray J what Whitney told her, because her brother was dating Whitney at the time. Right. I believe Ray J went back and told Diddy what was in that note, and I believe Diddy went and told Clive Davis.
According to Chaka Khan's daughter, Diddy didn't simply show disrespect. He completely lost control in public, shouting in Chaka's face and allegedly having his security assault her son. With fresh rumors now linking Diddy to the final moments of Whitney Houston's life, many fans are beginning to believe that none of this is coincidental.
Dude, she was friggin' stressed. She felt compelled to be there for Clyde.
Clyde, while nothing has been officially confirmed, the growing body of evidence is becoming harder to ignore. The list of witnesses continues to expand, and if Chaka Khan, known to be one of Whitney Houston's closest friends, holds the kind of information people suspect she does, this case could take a dramatic turn no one is prepared for. The revelations didn't come from an attorney or even from Chaka herself, but from her daughter, Indira Malini Khan. She chose to speak out after Diddy's apology video went viral in May 2024, following the release of the damning hotel surveillance footage by CNN showing him physically assaulting Cassie. Indira posted a comment that immediately caught attention, saying, "I'm glad this is happening to you. You screamed in my mother's face and publicly disrespected her like a lunatic." But she didn't stop there. She also alleged that her younger brother, Damon Holland, who was only 19 at the time, was attacked by Diddy's security when he stepped in to defend their mother. This wasn't just a minor altercation. It involved Chaka Khan, a legendary figure in soul and funk, now unexpectedly entangled in a major federal investigation. Indira wasn't looking for sympathy. She wanted the truth to come out. Her statements ignited discussion across social media, with fans starting to connect the dots. Chaka's long-standing relationships with both Diddy and music mogul Clive Davis, paired with her prolonged silence, sparked speculation about who might be shielding whom. Adding to the intrigue, conspiracy theories began to resurface around Whitney Houston's death. Some speculated that Whitney possessed dangerous knowledge, and that Chaka, being so close to her, might have been privy to it as well. These theories gained more traction when old footage and interviews from whistleblowers like Jaguar Wright re-emerged. In one interview, Jaguar claimed that Whitney wrote a cryptic note and passed it to Brandy, a note that reportedly ended up in Ray J's possession before her untimely passing. Whether speculative or not, these claims are fueling a wave of renewed interest and concern about the people and secrets at the center of this unfolding case.
Gave that note to Brandy. Brandy read the note, got scared, and went back and told her brother Ray J what Whitney told her, because her brother was dating Whitney at the time. Right. I believe Ray J went back and told Diddy what was in that note, and I believe Diddy went and told Clive Davis.
For context, just hours before Whitney Houston's tragic passing, she gave a note to fellow artist Brandy. Many now believe that note may have contained a warning. While it might sound unbelievable, the timing and circumstances have led to growing speculation. When you examine the growing list of witnesses involved in the trial, the situation no longer feels so unbelievable. Although Chaka Khan's name hasn't been officially called yet, fans are already wondering if she witnessed more than she's ever revealed. Back in 2012, the Through the Fire singer publicly criticized Clive Davis for throwing a party just as news broke of Whitney Houston's death. To make matters worse, the event was held at the very venue where Whitney had passed away, just a few floors below her suite. Chaka couldn't understand how Davis could celebrate while his mentee was fighting for her life, and she openly condemned him for his insensitivity toward Whitney's struggles. She considered it reckless to host a party where Whitney was supposed to perform, especially under those circumstances. Chaka had planned to attend Davis's annual event, but said she was overwhelmed with shock upon arriving in Los Angeles after hearing about Whitney's death. She also criticized those responsible for allowing Whitney to be isolated for an entire week before her pre-Grammy performance, a decision Chaka called a major mistake. She explained it was inappropriate for someone recovering from addiction to spend so much time alone in a hotel, sharing her own experience of arriving just a day or the same day as her performance to avoid temptations. Having been in recovery herself for 7 years, Chaka emphasized the importance of proper timing and support, which she felt Whitney lacked. Chaka placed some blame on Whitney's handlers, including Clive Davis, for the situation leading up to her death. She believed whoever arranged for Whitney to perform should have ensured she had adequate care. Meanwhile, when Indira Khan, Chaka's daughter, commented on Diddy's public downfall, it sounded less like a detached celebrity statement and more like someone with a personal vendetta. That's when Michael B. Jordan's name emerged. By 2015, Jordan was becoming a major star, with projects like Fruitvale Station and Creed gaining traction. Though not yet at the peak of fame, he was on the rise, and vulnerable. During that year, Cassie Ventura was filming in South Africa, and was in an on-again, off-again phase with Diddy. While away, she developed a casual connection with an actor, spending New Year's Eve with him. Although nothing scandalous, it was enough to set off alarm bells. According to Cassie's lawsuit, after discovering this, Diddy contacted the actor and issued threats. The actor later warned Cassie, urging her to reach out to Diddy immediately. The actor wasn't named at the time, but years later, Rolling Stone confirmed it was Michael B. Jordan. This revelation is striking, not only because Jordan wasn't a bodyguard or easily controlled figure, but because Diddy still directly threatened someone on the verge of superstardom. According to the lawsuit, Jordan was so rattled by the call that he panicked and told Cassie to intervene. Jordan himself has remained silent publicly, but prosecutors have included his name in court documents. This incident wasn't isolated. It fits a disturbing pattern. Cassie wasn't just Diddy's girlfriend. She was constantly monitored, and anyone she got involved with, romantically or professionally, was subject to intimidation. The lack of response from Diddy's legal team regarding the Michael B. Jordan claim speaks volumes. They seem to be hoping silence will keep this under wraps. However, the timeline is documented, the call happened, and it's now part of the government's case. Though brief, the episode exposed much more beneath the surface. If someone as influential and well-connected as Michael B. Jordan wasn't immune, it begs the question, who else was targeted and how many received similar threats but stayed silent? This is precisely why prosecutors are digging deeper. Cassie's allegations aren't mere rumors. They align with phone records, witness accounts, and names that once seemed untouchable, like Michael B. Jordan. This isn't gossip anymore. It's now part of official court documents. One phone call, one threat, was enough to place one of the industry's fastest rising stars on the witness list. But it's not only Michael. After that incident, more names began to emerge. People who had remained quiet for years, such as Aubrey O'Day. Before Cassie's lawsuit and before the CNN hotel footage surfaced, Aubrey was already speaking out. Early on, Diddy made remarks that raised eyebrows, and Aubrey, who met him back in 2004 on Making the Band 3, was young, ambitious, and eager to succeed. Diddy propelled her to stardom with Danny Kaye, but that fame came with a cost. At the time, many dismissed it as tough love or strict management, but with federal investigators scrutinizing past actions, Aubrey's old interviews now carry a different weight. Aubrey revealed that Diddy expected more than just performance. Though she never fully detailed it, her words painted a vivid picture. She was pressured into situations unrelated to music. She said, "I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me, not talent-wise, but in other areas." It wasn't just pressure, it was humiliation. She described how Diddy body-shamed the women, controlled their appearances, and made them feel disposable. Crucially for this trial, Aubrey explained that when Diddy offered artists their publishing rights back, there was a catch. The contracts came with strict NDAs. Signing meant total silence, not only about business dealings, but about everything else. Aubrey refused, walked away from the money, and urged other women to do the same. She admitted, "It isn't easy to stand up to one of the most powerful figures in this industry. I understand what she's feeling." For years, Aubrey was dismissed as overly dramatic, but now the patterns she described, mood swings, power, plays, threats, are appearing in Cassie's legal documents, Dawn Richards' testimony, and video evidence. She wasn't exaggerating, she was ahead of the curve. Like Cassie, she witnessed people being silenced, careers abruptly ending, and deals disappearing without explanation. While it's not yet clear if Aubrey will testify, her refusal to sign the NDA even after all this time sets her apart. She's not hiding behind lawyers. She's a former insider calling the situation what it really was: fear, control, and a system that only stopped when someone finally spoke out. Now, with names like Chaka Khan, Michael B. Jordan, and Kid Cudi appearing. In court filings, Aubrey's early warnings seem less like rumors and more like a roadmap. She's one of the few who lived through it, walked away, and kept the evidence. Speaking of Kid Cudi, he has never spoken publicly about what happened. But the incident at his own driveway might be the loudest statement of all. He didn't give interviews, tweet cryptic messages, or issue statements. Yet according to Cassie's lawsuit, his silence spoke volumes. When rumors circulated about Cassie and Kid Cudi having a brief connection, texts, maybe a few meetups, while she and Diddy were in one of their off phases, most people saw it as harmless. Not Diddy. Soon after, Kid Cudi's car exploded right outside his home. No one was hurt, no charges filed, but the timing and circumstances were too precise to dismiss, especially given the pattern. Michael B. Jordan got a threatening call. Kid Cudi's car was bombed. Anyone Cassie got close to, emotionally or professionally, ended up receiving a warning, whether verbal or physical, private or public. The message was always clear: stay away. Kid Cudi never confirmed or denied it publicly, but prosecutors don't add names lightly. His situation is now under review for possible testimony. This case stretches across music, film, fashion, and decades of silence. Some of the most compelling stories come from those who never spoke up before. From Chaka Khan's daughter calling out Diddy, to the threat against Michael B. Jordan, Aubrey O'Day's battle over NDAs, and Kid Cudi's driveway explosion. This isn't just about what happened behind closed doors. It's about how many people knew and what it took to keep them quiet. But that silence is finally breaking, one name at a time, one witness at a time. And if Chaka Khan ever steps into that courtroom, everything and everyone will be exposed. That's all for this video. Take care.